Santa Margarita Catholic High School is located in Orange County, California. We are a private Catholic school, co-ed, grades 9 through 12. Student population is right about 1,750 to 1,800.
It's obviously a faith-based community. We're considered one of the best Catholic schools, not only in California, but in the country. And that's just not through our academics, but through our athletics and all of our after-school activities and just everything that we kind of offer here.
Before all the remodel, the gym was original from 1987, so it was overdue, I would actually say.
There was a definite need for renovation of our flooring, our bleachers, overall signage. I just think connecting with Daktronics has the potential to upgrade our gym, whether it be for all of our sports, basketball, volleyball, wrestling, but then our all-school masses, guest speakers, our dances, our rallies. So everything all encompassing into one space. And Daktronics was the best company to do that for all of our different events here.
We have been working with Daktronics for many years. We started with your basic kind of high school scoreboards around campus and learned a lot about connecting with various reps and, learned a lot about the product and really feel that you get what you pay for with their product. It's something where it's a professional grade product, professional grade service. Daktronics is one of the most professional companies I've seen when it comes to being able to support the customer. And that's something that I and my team care a lot about. One thing that really stood out to me was creating something that would basically have a immersive experience, whether they're a student athlete or they're someone who's coming to cheer on, the Eagles, they're a coach, whoever their role is, that they felt that they are able to get in the game. Like they're like right in the middle of it. We opted and elected to go with the curved option, which was, new. And for me, it was something where you're seated anywhere in the gym. You have a clear view of whether the score, the time. So some of these, I guess, requirements that kind of led us to what we have now that you see over my shoulder. And that ultimately drove the design. And then from there, the challenge is kind of like mounted. Curved is new. Like, how are we going to do a curve? How do we do the cladding? And how do we do all the wiring and whatnot? Because, and again, we're in a high school gym. Like, we don't have the luxury of rafters, where a lot of arenas and larger facilities, they run power a certain way for those venues. And again, we learned all this is all like a learning thing. It was great. Like it was a lot of fun to learn it all.
Since last year to now, we've seen a little bit more fan interaction. So, they're able to see like the fan prompts, put up different QR codes. So we're already getting them connected right when they walk into the gym. Our starting lineups are a big hit with our different facets of our game day. So our lighting and coincide with our starting lineup videos. There's already like a big effect, when we see the flag everywhere. So I think just overall having that like big arena like atmosphere, but now it's on a high scholl level, is we're trying to like be as professional as possible in everything we do. And then we're teaching that to all of our students. So it's all student run, student operated, which is a huge plus. So they're getting that real life experience. And they're able to show their friends like, hey, I'm making this content. Here it is on the screen, getting the crowd engaged too. So it's already kind of amplified everything. It's just going to get bigger and bigger throughout the season.
For the rallies, it's my job to use the boards. Mr. Kelly will be here telling me like where to go, what to click, when to do it. So I'm doing lights and then also the screens.
I'm in ASB and there's like a bunch of different like roles and positions that you can do. I'm commissioner of game day entertainment, so I work with Connor. And we help plan the games, like pick out themes, and then we also work with like the entertainment side of it. And it's super cool because you get to see like all the different things that go into like the productions of things. And for basketball, we were able to put up all like the graphics on the screen for the players and then have like different graphics when there's like different points that are going on.
Athletics are crazy here, but it's also cool for the tech side of it as well, because working with the athletic teams is like working with the professional team as well. You get to do starting lineup graphics and the working the football games. It's just so much fun.
I've already seen the impact in our events when we have dances here and we kind of have other vendors come in, they're able to tap in, or when we have a guest speaker, that I've already seen a huge difference. So everything's just now more seamless. So like setup time has been cut it in half or close to zero, where you just plug and play with everything. Like that was kind of like our big goal, is to make sure everything was as seamless as possible.
It's super easy to work with Daktronics programs, especially for somebody who's a beginner and like overall just interested in it and trying to learn more experience. It's very easy to navigate and it's not like too confusing, but it also makes you feel like you're like doing a lot. So yeah.
FrameWrx to simplify the design process by having that great admin approval feature. So whenever my students send in their design, I'm able to approve and give them feedback. So that connectivity makes it really easy to connect with our students, and it's all in real time. So I'm able to give them direct feedback immediately.
FrameWrx is easy to use. I came from using Premiere Pro and After Effects, which are great programs, but the learning curve is super big. And FrameWrx was super easy to get into. I have a committee that I lead, and I was able to throw on projects to my committee, and they could work on it super easily without even knowing how to work with video. And it was super easy for them to learn.
The coolest thing is we're able to kind of customize that branded look. So we kind of have our school colors, our school design. And I think we're just trying to overall keep that same uniform look across everything. We're still kind of in the process of finalizing this year's look to kind of be customized for each team. But overall, just keeping our school colors and our school branding with everything we do. A lot of positive feedback. I think it's done great with advertisers too. I think they like seeing their images on screen and they're everywhere. So I think it's been a big hit overall.
So the boards on the perimeter are not Daktronics. They're a prior company. And I learned a lot from that experience as well, and what not to do. And that was part of what I shared with Dak when they came in, was like, how do we take these over? And Daktronics was able to figure out a way for us to push content to it. We met. It wasn't a NFL, NHL, NBA team that had called. It was, we're a school, like a high school at that, and not even a college or something like that. And it wasn't just like another sale or another, project for them. It was important. There was a vested interest to kind of see this project happen. And I appreciate that. Again, back to that service. I wasn't just like trying to hit a mark or hit a number. It was like wanting to make sure that everything's working out, even after the fact, having trainers come down and make sure that we're operating properly. And that aftercare is again, super important.
Yeah, just tell us.
Yes, also grab a can and battery as well. I feel like working with Daktronics stuff is people use that all the time. I know the Honda Center uses that, and the experience that I get at high school before anyone else is super crucial.
I love sports, all sports, so I think that this would be a really cool way to get integrated into the sports world, doing all the production side of it. So
Daktronics is one of the top companies in sports. This is, again, they do this day in, day out. And I've had the opportunity to work with several other scoring companies, and I haven't seen a company that compares or that would be even on the same level as Daktronics. And for those schools who are looking to do a project and should they call or not and whatnot, it's I would consider more than just your dollar. I understand cost is of high importance and wanting to make sure that they're being conscientious of budget. And to that, I think Dak does a great job at working within those means. But if I can kind of sum it up, it'd be the experience. It's just the whole thing. It's not transactional. It's not buy a video display, get a video display. There's a lot more to this, that if I pick up the phone and call or send an email, I'm going to get a response. There's going to be someone there. And I think that's where ultimately the Santa Margarita student body will benefit. Whether it's me or someone else in my position, the students will end up benefiting. So, they graduate. There's going to be someone else who's going to learn, the Daktronics software and be able to, utilize these displays.